Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sania and the motion here is about this house regret the glorification of e-learning during this pandemic. And here is my debate speech. During the outbreak, the number of COVID-19 patients is increasing day by day. This pandemic has successfully forced global shutdown of several activities, including educational activities, and this has resulted in tremendous crisis response migration of universities with online learning serving as the educational platform. There are two problems that become the base of the e-learning problems. The first one is about the struggles to adapt from face-to-face learning to computer-based learning. These struggles will create a lot of negative things, especially a pandemic-related anxiety that will also have negative effects on student academic performance, especially students who have traditional mindset. The second one is about the most possible problem related to the technical issues such as strong internet connection. This kind of academic performance of students might be affected by the economic and resources differences. In here, we agree that it is such a waste with all the deification of e-learning, when the fact is that some of the e-learning system cause the lack of students to get the kind of education that they deserve. And here we have provided two mechanisms. The first one is about changing the condition of e-learning classes to be more fun with video study and creating more dynamic where teachers or lecturers can have more interaction with the students. The second mechanism that we provided is related to the technical issues, where the allocation of a huge free internet quota from the government are such a big help, but teachers and lecturers also need to have a complete agreement with their students so they have access to the classes. Here I've provided some argumentation on why the glorification of e-learning during this pandemic is just a waste. The first reason is about the struggles to adapt that will only create negative effect and stress on students. Students with a traditional mindset will find it difficult to adapt because passive listening and notes taking are expected in the traditional classroom, while e-learning demands an online discussion and more action with students. For example, the current study in college students in Washington State analyzed students' performance using a statewide community college dataset, where overall the online format had a significantly negative relationship with both course persistence and course grade, indicating that the typical student had difficulty adapting to online courses. The second reason is about the social economic factor that will affect the student academic performance. As a result of inequality in the socioeconomic status of students, some rely on the computer and free internet in schools. This set of students with no or low socioeconomic power to afford broadband connection are most vulnerable to fall behind or encounter additional challenges to meet up with others in online learning. For example, whilst 95% of students in Switzerland, Norway, and Austria have a computer to use for their schoolwork, while only 34% in Indonesia use computer for their schoolwork, according to the OECD data. Well, that's my argument. And lastly, I wish the government to have a good stance to keep the e-learning to be more effective. Thank you.